Ever since I made this video that you're seeing now, I've been thinking about making a Raygun Mk.2 variants guide, and today's the day that that's going to happen. But first, a quick word from our sponsor. It's me, I'm the sponsor, and today I bring you great news. We have officially reached over 500 subscribers, which is a huge milestone, at least in my eyes, and I'm eternally grateful for that. So, as a way to repay all of you, I've decided to give you guys the opportunity for a chance to win a $50 gift card to either PlayStation, Steam, or Xbox. All you have to do to possibly win this $50 gift card of your choice is leave a random comment in the comment section. By just simply doing that, you'll automatically be entered in for the chance to win. Lastly, I will announce the winner via a community post, and I'm not going to announce the winner until about a week after this video goes live, whenever it does. So 1 week from this video dropping, I will announce the winner. So without wasting any more time, let's get into the video. Before you start your game in the menu, make sure you have Wraithfires on because it will allow you to get one of these variants. There's two things we need to do in the game before you can get your first upgrade. The first one is getting the frames, and the second thing is going to be getting the Raygun Mk.2 Assembly Kit. So let's get the frames out of the way because this will take slightly longer to do. To get started, you need to have Pack-a-Punch opened and Rushmore turned on. If you don't know how to do those things, I do have a guide on my channel that I will leave linked down in the description. Once Rushmore is on, there should be 4 TVs hidden around the map that you need to go find. The TVs will always be in the same locations, but the order in which you need to interact with each of them is going to change from game to game. There's one in the APD control room near the workbench. There can be another one down in the diner across from the perk machine. There's one in the backyard of the yellow house sitting on this table. And finally, there can be one on the left side of the site entrance. It'll be behind this yellow fence. Again, these locations for the TVs can never change, but the order in which you interact with them can change. And what you're trying to do is find the one that is turned on and has static on it. Whenever you find it, interact with it and it'll show a picture of a Raygun Mk.2 on it. Now you just need to get 6 to 7 zombie kills next to it to fill it with souls. Once you've gotten 6 to 7 kills next to it, it will display a number, and you need to remember which number this is as well as which TV you interacted with. Like, which number in the sequence was it? Was this the first TV or the second TV? So once you have that number written down or you remember it, then go find your next TV and do the exact same thing until all 4 TVs have displayed a number. And if you forget which number is on the TV, then you can always go back to it and look again. When you have all 4 of the numbers, go back to Rushmore and input them on the number panel to his left side. You can input the numbers by directly aiming at the number that you want to input and hitting the interact button. And then when you're done with all 4, you need to press enter. In case all that was kind of confusing, my numbers were 1670, and I got those numbers in that order from killing zombies next to each one of the TVs. Then I just had to remember which number I saw first, second, third, and fourth. Once you have input that code though, turn around and 4 frames are going to appear behind you out of this box. Go ahead and pick one of those up, then we can move on to building the assembly kit. There's 3 parts hidden around the map, and each part has 3 different spawn locations. The first part can be found by going into storage coming from the generators, and just before entering storage, if you turn to the left, it can be found on these barrels right here. It can also be found directly to the left of the entrance of storage. It'll be on the corner of this shelf. Finally, it can also be found on this barrel at the back of storage. The second part can be found inside the yellow house. It can either be on the dining table inside the kitchen, it could be upstairs on this shelf, or it can be in the next room over on this nightstand with the lamp. The final part can be found inside solitary. It can be sitting on this desk. If you go into the APD control room, it'll be to the right sitting on this chair, or it can be at the very back of the APD control room sitting on this cart. When you have all 3 of the parts, bring them to the upstairs of the operations house, and then you can build the Raygun assembly kit right here. The first Raygun variant that we're going to go over is the yellow Raygun, and it's going to be the Raygun Mk.2V. To start on this one, you do need to double Pack-a-Punch a weapon until you get Kilowatt. Come into the generator's room, and you're going to be looking for a panel that has electricity coming out of it. The first one can be found to the left side of the perk. The second one can be found just behind that next to the generator. It'll be right here. And the third one can be found to the left of that on this wall leaving the generators. When you find the correct panel that has electricity coming out of it, you need to shoot it with your Kilowatt weapon and it will open, revealing a canister that you need to pick up. After that, come up to the surface and you're now going to be looking for 5 phone poles that you need to shoot in a specific order order, but the order will be random in every game, but don't worry, it's easy. When you look at the top of each one of the phone poles, it's going to be sparking yellow with electricity. You need to shoot that one with a kilowatt weapon. Once you do that, there should be a yellow orb that kind of hovers above it, and then you now need to go find another phone pole that is sparking with the same electricity. You need to do this 5 times to get all of them to arc to each other. And also, don't worry, as I've been explaining this, you've been seeing the locations of where the phone poles are. When you get all 5 of them to arc together, come to the right side of the yellow house, and there's going to be this generator right here, and you need to insert that canister from earlier into it. As soon as you do, a yellow circle is going to spawn on the floor, and you need to kill zombies inside that circle. You need to do this all the way up until that yellow circle disappears, and once it does, then you need to pick the canister back up. Then you can take it to the upstairs of the operations house and build the Raygun Mk.2 using the assembly kit. I know this is way later and I probably should have said this earlier, but you do need to pick up one of those raygun frames in order to do each one of these. I did mention it earlier, I just want to reiterate and make sure. When you're ready to move on to the next one, place the raygun back inside the holder and then pick up another frame. The next variant that we're going to work on is the orange Raygun Mk.2, and to start you need to double upgrade a weapon all the way up until you get the turned ammo mod on it. You also are going to need the teleporters for this, but if you don't know how to make it, I do have a guide that is the same video as the one for Pack-a-Punch, so if you want to know, click on that one. You're going to need to go find a pile of dirt that's smoking and glowing green. There's one in the backyard of the yellow house to the right side, there's one in the backyard of the greenhouse at the very back, and then there's one in the central hub area. It's going to be next to the perk machine. When you find the one that's glowing green, you need to get a turned zombie to dig it up, and once it does that, then it's going to be another canister right there that you can pick up. You're now going to need to go find a yellow orb that's floating above one of the teleporter spots. When you find it, place down one of your teleporter pads right underneath it and then shoot it with the turned weapon. Now you need to go find it again and then do the exact same thing. Place a teleporter pad underneath it and then shoot it, but this time when you shoot it, you need to go through the teleporter with it. You're going to teleport to another random teleporter around the map, but if you've done everything correctly, you should be able to find that yellow orb inside of storage above these sandbags, or I think those are bags of cement. Anyway, once you find it in that area of the map, you then need to interact with it to place that canister inside of it. Once you place the canister inside that yellow orb, another one of those circles is going to appear on the floor. You then need to get more zombie kills to fill up the canister with souls, and then once it's done and the circle disappears, you can pick the canister back up. Take it to the upstairs of the operations house and then use the Raygun assembly kit to craft the Raygun Mk.2. Go ahead and place that raygun back inside the holder and then pick up another frame. For this one, you're going to need to double upgrade a weapon until you have cryo freeze on it. This next one that we're working on is going to be the Raygun Mk.2X, or the blue one. You're going to be looking for one specific filing cabinet that's glowing blue, but this filing cabinet can be in one of 3 different areas. The first one can be inside of APD interrogation on this desk. The next one can be inside the garage of the operations house, and the final one can be inside of prisoner holding. It'll be near the front door entrance. When you find the cabinet that has the blue mist, shoot it, and inside is going to be another one of those canisters. Pick it up and then head to Pack-a-Punch in the beds area of the map, and on the next round, a bunch of blue zombies are going to spawn. They're glowing blue. You get what I mean. Shoot those zombies 1 to 2 times with the cryo freeze weapon, but not enough to kill them. You just need them frozen, and once they are, you need to melee them for them to drop this blue goop on the ground, and then you need to pick up that goop. You'll need to do this for 3 zombies. Once you have 3 pieces of that goop, come down to APD control, and inside of this room, there's going to be a bigger canister that you need to place the smaller one into. Again, another one of those circles is going to spawn on the floor, and then you need to stand inside of it and get zombie kills near the canister to fill it up with souls. When that blue circle disappears, pick up the canister and then bring it to the upstairs of the operations house and use the raygun crafting bench to craft it into the Raygun Mk.2X. A bit of a smaller fun fact before we move on, this is the only Raygun Mk.2 variant that when Pack-a-Punch becomes dual wield. So now moving on, place that raygun back inside the holder and then pick up the final frame. This next one that we're going to be working on is the Raygun Mk.2Z, and to start on this one, you'll need to double upgrade a weapon until you have firebomb on it. You're going to need to find a cabinet that has a red mist coming out of it, and this can be in one of 3 different areas. The first one can be inside the lounge inside the bunker, the second one can be inside the kitchen of the greenhouse right here, and the third one can be inside the kitchen of the yellow house right here. When you find the one that has the red mist, shoot it with the firebomb weapon, and then inside will be a canister that you need to pick up. When you've picked up that canister, one of the house's chimneys will now start smoking with a purple mist. You then need to go get a wraith fire and kind of angle yourself in a way to where you can throw the wraith fire directly on top of the chimney. This may take you a couple of attempts, and if you get it on your first try, then good job. As soon as you do get it, the purple mist is going to disappear and the fireplace inside the house is now going to be on fire. Go ahead and place your canister inside the fire and another one of those circles is going to appear, and you already know the drill. Get kills while standing inside of this circle for it to fill up with souls. Once that circle disappears, you can then pick up the canister and bring it to the upstairs of the operations house and use the assembly kit to craft your final Raygun Mk.2 variant, the Raygun Mk.2Z. This variant is my personal favorite one because my favorite color is purple, plus it is a shotgun that is extremely powerful, so I like this one. But that's going to do it for all the Raygun Mk.2 variants in Alpha Omega. I want to thank all of you guys for watching this video. If you did like it, leave a random emoji in the comments section, and don't forget, if you want the chance to win a $50 gift card of your choice for either Steam, PlayStation, or Xbox, just leave a comment in general because who doesn't like the chance to win things? I'm going to be picking a winner about a week after this video goes live, so I hope you guys are as hyped as I am about this. But anyway, I don't want to drag this on any further. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye.